Look up
Alright.
there. That's the Jade Chamber. This is bad.
I don't know the way up either.
Well, let's look around.
How are you supposed to get to a flying?
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have. Yes, this must.
Wait, what happened to the portals? Portals disappeared.
Windblade.
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger. Huh? Why? Or. Oh, Paimon gets. Alright, let's. Oh. Hang on, looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
No, I don't have a death wish either.
Right. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it,
What? Not gonna head over to the ballista? Like what? What was the point of this? I don't really want to fight that guy, so let's avoid him. Let's go to party. Take you out for a second.
Don't disappoint me.
With the wind.
Give up.
Oh, you're supposed to get up there.
Submit.
Someone in my party that can help me. I don't know. We'll just keep it going as it is. I know if I put him as Geo, I could get it, but I don't have him as Geo right now.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
exactly. What are you talking? We're invited guests. No. intended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but...
What? We're just on guard duty. What?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious
Well, here they...
Forth, my blade!
Two arms! Take the target alive!
You ain't getting me, bro.
Very blade!
Take this!
Blade!
Who goes there? Attack!
It's nothing. Submit.
With the wind! With the triad!
Wind blade!
Take this!
Easy.
Stop. What's all this about?
Lady Kutching, these two strange people suddenly appeared.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests, here to look for the Liyue Qixing.
Oh, she doesn't
Well,
sing.
as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a single night. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene. Not...
So, this was all a miss...
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the...
that was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side...
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want...
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance.
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There is no way they would have regarded you as someone with the... Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got... Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I
Interesting.
shouldn't speak of them this way. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time... Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here... How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? I'll stop here.
I'm sorry, I'm with the
Honestly,
Adepti.
I hadn't intended to say so much. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of...
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you, you didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and, well then, may we meet again, traveler.
So you can explain the path to me, alright.
Well, that Yu-Hung may not So, what should... Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that... Why don't we go with that for a game? Nope! But, Paimon, let's go gather ingredients!
Let's get my real party back into here. Sorry, I need higher level players with the world level increase. Look down, look for ingredients Paimon needs. Oh, I forgot to check something, my weekly missions. I still haven't spent enough more. Damn, I thought I did.
Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! Very delicious. That's the one!
The slimes are delicious, supposedly? Alright.
Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it... Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarder...
There's no end to this. Twin blade. You're open.
I was no...
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I never expected that those treasure hoarders... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various...
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might...
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service
Is
in
he
the 7
selling me
nations.
things? Like what?
Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go...
Great! Paimon sugar frog...
I don't think Paimon needs that, so what? all the flowers. I clicked down. Jesus.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. Here, this container is itself an antique.
Yep. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations.
Woohoo! It looks great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this pot...
Who cares about gift, bro? She understand. We ain't here to give gifts. We're here to
Some new items.
talk about real issues.
According to Kochi... Excuse me, do you sell them?
Do I sell the moon?
How many would you...
It's not convenient to speak of number...
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuhang.
Yeah, for the Yuhang, there's a code. We had a code. What if I didn't have the code? All of them fight me? Oh god.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that...
Oh,
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. At first, it was but the size of one room. One day, I believe it will Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
what?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peaked.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished. And thus began the You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while our foes skirt.
Who's this enemy?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
This child.
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Is it child? Or Signoria? It's child, bro. If it's child, oh my god, dude, child was such a cool character too.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to...
Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed, with someone of her character, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts
I think I
have
picked
been
the wrong one.
dispelled.
I trust this one more for some reason.
I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the... I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. And also, with Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite, so they could use us. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting
No,
for you to
Paimon, don't take
One
something.
of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's. Just imagine. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research. Aw, that doesn't sound... This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that but research on the Sigil of permission? Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says. That's way out of pocket. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the
I didn't get to pick a paper. It had to be that paper because the biggest paper. It shows over here, so it's teleport. I kinda want to build trust there, but oh well. Alright, we saved that. Now let's get back into this. I don't want to fight these guys. These guys are pain.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
It's time for a flash freeze.
Wind blade.
I will end you. Let's not waste time. You're not going anywhere. Flash frost.
With the wind.
Cold cut platter.
From whence you came.
Let's end this quickly. I slipped up under the vent. Disgusting.
this. Oh, but how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Oh, that talisman's like maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission, being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, and the plot thickens. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
I think Child is evil. That's all I'm saying. Child is evil.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade?
It was so big and
Indeed. It's second. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
she's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite...
Oh. So you also met...
He said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No, indeed, contrary to... Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No, it's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered,
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Blaze lilies. Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower. Before the Archon... Of course, there are wild glaze lilies, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No. I need you to sing to them. Singing to...
So how good is your singing? Really?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
To sing to flowers. Wait. Yeah, I want to see some singing, dude. If he actually did, that would be so funny. There once was a flower here, and now we start singing to it.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da
Da,
da
da,
da
da,
da
da,
da.
da. That's the song. That was the song.
These flowers are sleeping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here, Lily?
No one escapes my sight.
Glaze lilies. Glaze lilies would...
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's...
Well, that's nice and...
Unfortunately...
That's so lit.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh.
She's acting different from the first...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those... Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days,
Oh...
No, it's quite old. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends of the current 7 Archons. The youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded
So what do you think of this?
Huh? As a mortal, I've never dared to, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips.
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. Let's save that conversation for another. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just...
We dare not.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact,
Wow, so you really know your...
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways.
Yeah, Paimon can already...
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen... Alright.
Dude, Zhongli's so smart, but forgets money. That's what Zhongli is. He's smart, but forgets money. I'm going back to Liyue Harbor. What are we going to do? Okay. I never noticed how nice, like, this place looks so nice. And it's supposed to be PS4 design. I'm playing on PS5 and it feels so good.
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act...
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adept. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities.
Things are taking a turn. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse.
Interesting.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the Oh, Paimon gets it. He must be waiting for the But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
It's Child. It's always Child doing something.